Hey there, welcome to the video. Now, you probably already know that in order to be successful on Amazon KDP, you really need to nail down a few things, and that is your title, your subtitle, and your cover design. And knowing these three things is paramount for your book's ranking and visibility. But what if I told you there's another secret weapon that could help you stand out and make even more sales? Well, it's actually not even a secret, but that's right, it's called A+ content. So today I'll be showing you why A+ content is a game changer and how you can create compelling A+ content quickly and easily by using a free tool like Canva. But before that, hey guys, my name is Jeff, and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. And right now we're talking about low and medium content publishing on Amazon KDP. So if this sounds interesting to you, feel free to hit that subscribe button so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. Now, to show you the difference of what having A+ content in your book listing versus not having A+ content, I went and did a generic search for ... books for kids. And if we just scroll down and check out a random book, like for example, this ... for kids ages 4 to 8, we can see that the cover is not that great, but it has a 23,722 ranking. So to give you perspective of how much this book is making, and its estimated royalties are about $951 per month for just an average looking book. We can see that it was published in April 26, 2021. And if we go ahead and check the listing, we can see that it has A+ content. This is where you can put your own custom touch on your book. You can put things here to give insight to the customers about your book. You can preview your book, and you can just do things here that allow the customer to get a sense of what your book is all about. So as you can see here, it just has the title of the book, and it has a description of simple and fun activities to build fine motor skills, improve concentration and academic confidence. And then it has 4 pages of the interior, saying here are the simple pages. This is an example of the easy page, the medium page, and the challenging page. While this is a really simple A+ content, it really helps the customer know what the book is about. And so if you're not implementing A+ content in your book, you're really missing out on potential sales. If we scroll down a little bit more, this publisher is actually promoting other books that they're selling on their A+ content. And this is something that you can do. So as you can see, they have 5 books here, and then they have the listing of their books right underneath where you can just click on it and it'll take you to that listing. And then they have more books and even more books. And so if a customer ended up enjoying this book, they could easily find more books by the publisher on any of their listings. Now, if we jump over to this book, this ... space book, we can see that the cover is not inspiring as well. It's just a basic cover. But the thing is, when we scroll down, we can see that it was making sales initially, but then it just stopped. And so if I scroll down, I can see that there is no A+ content. And I feel like that's a huge problem for this listing, that maybe they could have continued making sales if they just added A+ content. It's sitting at over a 5 million BSR. And so effectively, this book is not really selling anymore. And this is why I wanted to show you the difference between an A+ content book and a book that has no A+ content, because these are both ... books. They both have not really inspiring covers, but one is selling $1,000 a month. The other is selling effectively $0 a month. Now, before I show you how to create A+ content for your books, it's a good idea to visit Amazon KDP's website under marketing and distribution and the A+ content to just read up on the content guidelines, as well as full in-depth instructions how to create A+ content. So if we go ahead and check these real quick, we can see that under A+ content guidelines, it'll tell you things like how to fix issues, the image and text formatting, how to deal with claims and awards, as well as the restrictions. And then with the actual instructions, it'll tell you how to create everything. If you want more in-depth instructions, this is where you want to go. And then some examples of A+ content. So as you can see, there are different ways that you can create A+ content. You can break up one picture into 3 separate banners. You can have a comparison chart right here. So there's a lot of different ways, but I'm going to show you a simple way that you can create A+ content that's going to help you for your low and medium content book. Now, in order to get to the menu where you can choose to create A+ content, you would just pick any book that you want and then start a promotion. Once you get there, you have this option to do A+ content. And now you can just choose your marketplace, but don't worry, you can choose one marketplace. Like for example, we're going to choose the .com. And when you're done creating your A+ content, you can actually copy it to other marketplaces. And I'll show you how to do that. So right here, we're going to choose Amazon.com, and then we're going to click on manage A+ content. Now, when we're here, you can see that I have A+ content for 117 listings. And so you know that I use A+ content for my books, but you might have a blank screen. And so how to start this is you go ahead and just click on here where it says start creating A+ content. And then now we can start creating. So the next thing is we want to create a name for our A+ content. So it could be anything that we want. So I'm just going to name this example language. I'm going to pick US language, but as you can see, there are some other options here. And then we want to click add module. Now you're going to have all these choices to choose from, and you can really play around. So what I like to do first is I like to put a logo as the top picture. So the one I choose here is a standard image, and it can either be the dark text overlay or the light text overlay. It doesn't really matter. So just click on either one of them. And then what you're going to see is that you have this box. Now it's going to ask for a headline and a body text, but I'm not going to put anything in here because if you don't put anything in here, basically just the picture is going to show up, and that's all we want. And now when you click add background image, it's asking for a 970 pixel by 300 pixel image. And so now we're going to go ahead and create that using a free program like Canva. So all we're going to do is click on custom size, and we're going to put in our dimensions of 970 by 300 pixels. Make sure that pixel is chosen, and then click create new design. Okay, now we have our 970 by 300, and this is going to act as our logo banner. And let's say our publisher name is Alphabet Books. Well, then we want to put our logo here. And so really, we just want to create a logo that will take up this entire space. We can just start by adding a text here like this, and we can name it Alphabet. And then I'm going to duplicate this because I want books in another box. And then let's look for a font here. Okay, so let's say this is our logo right here, and then let's start adding some design elements to complete this logo banner. Okay, so let's say this is our logo, and this is what we want to use for that first module. Now all we're going to do is click on share and then download. So we want to download the 970 by 300. We can also go bigger. Just make sure not to exceed 3 megabytes for your download, because if you exceed 3 megabytes, you're going to have to re-download in a smaller size. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the largest size that I can choose and see if it's over 3 megabytes. And if it is, I'll go ahead and choose a lower one. And as you can see, it's right here. I chose the largest size, but it's still only 581 kilobytes, so that is good to go. So now let's go back to Amazon, and then we can either drag our image into here or we can just select it. So I'm going to go ahead and select the image, which is right here, and there it is right there. And now the next part is it's asking for image keywords. Now, I don't believe that these keywords are indexed, but this will help customers that are using screen reader applications. So go ahead and use the keywords that describe this image. So for example, we can type in alphabet ABC coloring books for kids. And then now we can just click on add image, and then it shows up right here. And then if we hit preview, we can see that it shows up right there. And so it's coming together. Now what we want to do is we want to go and add another module. Now the one that we want to choose is called standard image header with text, because it's going to be the same width as the one that we just made, but it's going to give us a taller image to work with. So this one's going to be 970 by 600. So let's go back to Canva and create a 970 by 600. So now we're on Canva. Make sure it's 970 by 600, not 300. and then make sure it's pixels and then create new design. Okay, now that we have our 970 by 600, the simplest way that I like doing this is just to use the same background. So let's go ahead and find that background that we used, which is right here. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and set the image as a background right there. And now what we wanna do is we just wanna put 1 or 2 interior pages in here that shows the customer what is inside the book. So since we haven't actually created an ABC coloring book, let's go over to someplace like Creative Fabrica, download one of their pages. We can at least put it on here and see what it looks like. Okay, so I typed in ABC coloring book on Creative Fabrica, and as you can see, there are a bunch of interior pages here that we can choose from. And we're just gonna look around and see which one we can put on our A+ content. So let's go ahead and go with something like this. So I'm just gonna download it, and then I'm gonna upload it onto Canva. And if we check out these images, now let's just choose one to put on our page. So for example, let's go ahead and grab this one, the cow. So I'm just gonna drag it over, and as you can see, here it is. And what we can do is we can go ahead and add a shadow on it to make it look a little bit better, like so. And now we can either keep it like this, we can resize it to make it bigger to take up more of the page. And then what we can do is we can put some specifications on the side here. So you can put like the size of the book or the types of pages that are included in the book. So we can just do something like this where we have a bullet point here. I mean, we can put 8.5, 8.5 by 11 inches. Let's just say there's 50 ABC pages, and then we can say something like lots of fun. So you can do something like this, and then we can space it out like that. You can find a different font like so. You can do something like this, right? And you can just put descriptions of the book, the interior, specifications. Also, what you could do is you could put another one side by side. So let's go ahead and bring out the other one here, and let's put the lowercase c here. Let me just resize it. Let's put the shadow here, drop, and then there, and then put it on here and just kind of center it. And so now you can see that the customer is seeing what the book looks like. Here's the uppercase C and then the lowercase c. Now let's say we're happy with this. We can go ahead and download it by choosing the PNG. And then I'm just going to choose the biggest one because our last one was well below the 3 megabyte limit. And then let's download it and then upload it onto Amazon KDP. We're going to go ahead and click add image and then select our image here. And there it is. And then we're just going to use our keywords here to describe the image. ABC activity book for kids, cow and clock, handwriting practice, and then click add. And as you can see, there it is right there. And then now we can go ahead and click on preview to see what it would look like. And as you can see, that's what it would look like on the listing. And even though it looks simple, this is going to help the customer have a better idea of what is inside the book when the sample preview is not enough. Now, what we can do is we can add another module like this if we want to add another page of interiors, or we can also add a headline here. So I'll just show you what this headline looks like. If we just write an ABC activity book for kids and then click on preview, you can see that it comes up right here. So you can put a header right here, a title for this page or whatever the book is to give even more information for your customers. Now you can call it good, and then we can go ahead and complete this. Or if you have other books in this niche, the next thing that you could do is add a module where you can link your other books. And so I'm going to show you real quick how to do that. So just click on add module, and then we're going to choose this standard comparison chart. So once you click on it, it'll give you this comparison chart. And now all we have to do is add our books here. So for example, if we had a listing for another book that we created for this niche, all we would have to do is create a 150 by 300 pixel, enter our title for the book, and then the ASIN. And then you can choose to highlight the column or not. And then you can add your metrics right here, where you can add things like the type of book, the type. So maybe this is a practice handwriting, or maybe the next book you have is a practice coloring. And then you can add another metric. So you can do something like for kids, and then you could put the check mark on both. And then how you would do this is when you go to Canva, you create a 150 by 300 pixel image. We're gonna do 150 here by 300. So there it is right here. Okay, so I've gone ahead and went to Creative Fabrica and just found a book cover there to use for this example. So if we drag it in, you can see here's the book cover right here. And so all you want to do is when you've uploaded your book cover here, you want to go ahead and put it to the bottom and then resize it to fit the page, but don't worry about this white area. When you download, you want to download as a PNG with a transparent background. Now, when you choose this transparent background, when you download it, this is not going to show up. And I'm going to show you that right now. Let's go ahead and upload the image. Here it is right here. And as you can see with these grids, it means that this is transparent. And so let's go ahead and add image keywords, ABC, activity, practice, handwriting, book cover. Let's add the image here. We can enter the title of our book. So I would just enter the title as you have it with your actual book. So just for example, this is ABC Tracing Book. And then the ASIN, we'll just do a random ASIN. So I'm going to show you what this looks like right now. Once we're done with it, we can go ahead and hit preview. And as you can see, it shows up like this. So obviously you would finish the second book here and however many books you have. But if a customer was to look at your book, they would see that, oh, here's alphabet books, and then here's the interior. And then they could see a little bit more, and then they could actually click on this and it will lead them to this book's page where they can go ahead and look at it and end up buying it as well. Now, if you're happy with everything that you see here, all you have to do is go ahead and click apply ASIN. And then now you can just search for your ASINs right here. You would put in your ASIN. I know you can't see it, but it would come up. You would click on it. And then this is what it would look like right here. You go ahead and hit that check mark, apply content, and then it would apply it. And then all you have to do is click review and submit. Once you click this, it'll give you the preview of what it would look like. And then if you're happy, just submit for approval. Now, once it's approved, in my experience, my A+ content has only taken a few minutes until it actually shows up on my listing, but I don't know if that is universal. So it might be different for you. Let's say our example one right here says approved like all these other ones, and you want to apply it into different marketplaces. All you would do is you would go up here where it says switch marketplace. You would choose your marketplace. So for example, let's go to the UK. You would open the marketplace, and if you had to sign in, you would sign in again. And then once you're on here, you would go look for this box where it says show auto created content. You would click on it. It would come up right here. So our example one would come up right here, and then you would click on it and just edit it and then submit it. And it's as simple as that. So I'll use this one as an example. You would click on it. You would click edit right here. You would apply the ASIN. The ASIN will already be applied automatically. And then you just click review and submit for approval, and it'll be done for that marketplace. So once you're done creating it for one marketplace, you can go ahead and copy it onto others. So if we look back at our A+ content that we just created, you can see that we've created a banner for the logo right here. And then we've created an image for some interior pages to help our customers out. And then we even linked some of our books on the bottom so that customers can see that we have more books, and it could potentially lead to even more sales. Well, there you have it. I hope that this A+ content tutorial was helpful, and hopefully you're able to implement it into your KDP low and medium content publishing. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or what kind of video you want to see me do next. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so that you never miss a new video. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.